What is up, you guys? This is the Fallout What If here, and today I'm going to be doing What If Deku was SSJ4. And now, here's the thing that you guys were telling me. You guys, a lot of you wanted Momo, a lot of you wanted Jiro, and a lot of you wanted a female Bakugo. Because, of course, Bakugo would respect strength. So I thought, hey, I don't know how to get all these people just to like him, except for probably Bakugo, but she won't admit her feelings. Probably sooner, or no, later on in the story. But I know how to make this guy immediately gain all their love. So we're going to just skip probably, I forgot how old Deku was. I think he was probably 4 or 5. Bakugo usually teases him at school, but she knows that Deku has a hidden strength, which he's shown twice. She saw how huge Deku was. Like, this man is an adult and she's still a kid. So the moment he turns back into like a freaking kid, she's like, wow, I did not see that coming. And yeah, they're pretty much kind of okay with each other. Well, Deku's okay with her. Bakugo, she's usually Bakugo. And yeah, she looks at him, was like, she doesn't know how to feel about him. She doesn't like him, but she kind of likes him. It's kind of confusing for her, due to the fact that this girl hasn't experienced love on a daily basis. So she's like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna consider you, I don't know, but I'm not going to pound you. That's pretty much okay, because yeah, you're going to kill me because you're an adult. I'm still a kid. But yeah, that's how they live their lives until probably 8th grade year. Now, over the 8 years, you guys said you wanted Vegeta and Goku to be on Earth. Well, they are, actually. Tom is there, but sometimes Vegeta and Goku travels to planet Sadala or to freaking Whis and Beerus, due to the fact that, how do I say it? Yeah, it's mostly due to the fact that Goku and Goku and Whis, Vegeta wants to go to Planet Sadala to meet all the other Saiyans, learn about their cultures, because even though he's learned about some of their cultures, there's so much more, because they're much more different from how Saiyans were at his home. They're much more nicer and stuff. Yeah, sure, they're kind of weak, but Vegeta could whip all of them into shape. But he's not going to use like the brute technique, because he finally thought that, hey, this probably didn't work with us, so I'm probably gonna teach them how to be strong, capable warriors, but not battle hungry every day to kill anybody, but just to make sure that they're the strongest Saiyans around. And yeah, Goku goes around because he wants to fight the strong Saiyans, or at least try to find some Saiyans to become stronger. And they still go to Whis and Beerus. But here's the thing. You guys wanted Goku and Vegeta still there, so I thought, hey, why not try to make everybody happy and have Saiyans on Earth? What do you mean, Fallout? Well, because of the whole Goku situation, he's the first actual alien to ever, besides Piccolo and Kami, but you don't see a bunch of Namekians every year or every day just like going around. There are some Saiyans that are still bad. Though there's some like criminal Saiyans that still thieve, that still try to kill people. And since Earth is still Earth, they still try to attack Earth. And sometimes the Saiyans, Goku and Vegeta, decide to try to help out because, yeah, they still want to defend Earth. And they know who All Might is. They helped him a couple of times. And let's say this. They helped, they helped freaking oh man. Sometimes I don't know what to say, but I know this. They don't use the Dragon Balls every day because of situations that might be needed. So they put them in the freaking capsule thing, or they put them in capsule core unless they truly need it. Like if the world was going to be attacked, they'll use it at ease, because they know now that every time that that the more time that's passed, the more bad things happen. So they're just going to be prepared for that time. Which means All Might still gets injured, but Deku and freaking how you say it? Well, Deku can't. No, not Deku. Well, Goku can't freaking. Did I say Deku the whole time? Oh, sheesh. Goku can't actually help out All Might with his injury. Well, he actually can. He can tell Shinron to automatically. How you say it? He can tell Shinron to automatically like heal All Might's injuries, but he can't actually like put some of his like organs back in place. And you guys might be saying, that's kind of dumb, Fallout, what the heck? Well, here's the thing. They couldn't change freaking Android 18 to be a normal human and just let her be a regular human instead of an android. But body parts must be exchanged, and since nobody had extra spare body parts, Shinron couldn't do nothing. That's the reason why. Anyway, okay. They how you say it? Well, Saiyans still do crime, will attack, and these are like Saiyans that are trying to kill those for stuff and for wealth. But that's why they have Goku and Vegeta and Tom and some of the other Saiyans like Cabo and Caulifla, Kale, basically the ones we know. Now that happens, and Deku is still like admiring All Might, but he has a more admiration for the other Saiyans like Goku and Vegeta. Goku is a strong Super Saiyan, or Goku's a strong Saiyan who's always happy. And Vegeta's the one who has pride and has that, like, that, he has pride, and he also has, like, that, how do I say it? Let's see. I forgot what other things he has, but he is very, like, he is very kind when he wants to, and he's, like, merciless when he has to be, because... yeah, you know how Vegeta is. Vegeta's not going to, like, he's going to destroy the situation right away. But anyway, Deku lives most of his life that way. And it's 8th grade year. Everything happens. Bakugo says, yeah, you guys aren't going to, like, you guys are going to be, like, helping third-rate heroes. And they say, what about Deku? And she's like, well, yeah, Deku's going to be here because, sheesh, the kid he has some potential at least, unlike you guys. And she's still like, kind of, she's still like, how do I say it? What's it called? She thinks she's better than Deku, but she also knows that if she fights Deku full force, and Deku fought her full force, she might die. So she's like, yeah, I'm not going to try to, like, hurt him, but I'm still going to try to at least obtain authority. Now, this all happens. The Sludge Villain does the thing, but this time, Deku just blows it up into a million pieces. Picks it up. All Might says, I am okay. This keeps happening in every Fallout What-Iffer. And Fallout What-Iffer's videos. When am I going to do my 100% smash? Well, soon, All Might. And plus, you've probably done a couple, so you know what? Just calm down. Alright. And now, anyway, after talking with him, he talks to freaking Deku and says, well, young man, thank you for helping out. Deku just says, oh, yeah, you're welcome. And this is when he says, well, I gotta go. And All Might says, well, okay, kid. You take care now, child. And Deku's like, you too, All Might. And he just goes. Pretty much nothing happens because Bakugo, instead of going to the game or doing the arcade and All Might jumping, she's thinking about freaking Deku from time to time. And she goes home and sometimes thinks about him, but then she's like, stop thinking about him, stop thinking about him, stop thinking about him. And she remembers the time when Deku turned into freaking Super Saiyan. She's like, whew, jeez, now I'm thinking about that. You know, in the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion will sleep with her. But anyway, so that happens, and Deku just, does everything he has to for the 10-month period. Bakugo trades with him at times. Hold on. Yeah, Bakugo trains with him at times, and this is when Deku's like, alright, this is cool, and yeah, she gets a basic power-up. She's a little bit more stronger, and with training Deku, she's like, medium. Now, there has been 2 times, probably, where she was like, wow. Because Deku has fought 2 Saiyans before, one being his father, and one being a villain. Now, Deku can handle him at probably his normal strength, but sometimes when some of the Saiyans can turn super, and this is when he thinks, alright, I need to kick it up, what's called 3 more levels up. So this is when he turns Super Saiyan 4, and he just beats him up. But this is when Piccolo looks at him and says, wow, over the past 8 years, over the past 10 years, this kid has become stronger and has much more potential than even Gohan. How can this be? There must be a reason why. And he's thinking, is it because of that transformation? No, it couldn't be. He's still a kid. That's probably something that has to do with Sadala Saiyans. But then again, Sadala Saiyans didn't have any freaking tails. This is very hard and interesting as well. He's just wondering why Deku is the way he is. What made Deku so special that Goku and Vegeta, the ones that turned Super Saiyan Evolution, well, Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, and mastered Ultra Instinct, how come they didn't do it? And Piccolo's thinking, probably because of their tails. Probably because of their tails. That's the only reason, right? Well, anyway, he's still amazing as well. Probably if he can go to Goku and Vegeta. Well, Vegeta will probably take him under his wing, but then Goku would try to have a piece of the action as well. Jeez, they're gonna probably beat the kid up a lot. Oh, just wait until he's 18. So this is when Deku just does his own thing. The 10 months are up. Him going to school, and basically him just going around doing, him doing what he usually does, but this time Deku's a bit more taller, and not only that, he's much more, cautious with stuff, or not cautious, he's a bit more clumsy, and he accidentally hits freaking Jiro in the head, because his arms were kind of like, his arms were kind of like moving around and stuff, like just trying to get out of people's way, and he hits Jiro in the head, and Jiro's like, hey, watch where you're going. And Deku was like, oh, I'm sorry, please forgive me. And Deku grabs her with his hand and the rest of her body up with his tail, picking her up and saying, "Are you alright?" Jiro looks at him and he's like, "Whoa, yeah, pretty much alright." And she says, "Let me go." And Deku's like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry. She's like, "Okay, if you're sorry, then just let me go." And Deku's like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry." He lets her go, and she basically walks away. Jiro's saying, he's kind of cute, but he's also an idiot as well. And how he met Momo, kind of similar, but Deku kind of, his tail kind of got stuck into freaking Momo's freaking, shirt. How so? Well, his tail sometimes moves around, and some of the fabric catches on freaking her tail, or not. Some of the fabric of Momo's clothes caught on his tail, and with him trying to move, basically, freaking Momo kind of got her shirt ripped, and that's when Deku was like, "Oh, jeez, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me." And Momo's like, "Oh, jeez, what happened? Did you try to do that on purpose?" Deku's like, No, please, I'm sorry." And she sees him, like, "Oh, wow, he's kind of cute." But that's not the point. The point is my shirt is ruined. And it's not because the shirt is ruined. It's mostly because she doesn't, it kind of got ripped. And she almost exposed the good stuff. And she thought probably he was a pervert. So, yeah. That's how this happens. Now, wait a minute. Wouldn't they think negatively of him? That's not the point. The point is there's a reason why they met. Now, Deku just goes, does the test. Ida does his thing. Deku just standing still because he knows he doesn't want to do anything. Bakugo in the other thing, and he says, no. President Mike says 3, 2, 1. There's no freaking, countdowns in a freaking real battle. Go. Deku just flies and starts blasting some of the freaking robots left and right. Everybody sees this kid and they're like, "Is he a Saiyan?" Because usually Saiyans are mostly known to do that. But freaking Deku is just going around, breaking them, kicking them in the freaking, I guess the body parts. Yeah, he's just kicking them, punching them, ki blasting them. And Goku has learned a bit of fighting styles from his father. And, how you say it, let's say Thunder Tuesday and Wake Up Wednesday. What is that? Well, sometimes when I saw the anime, I saw their some of the blasts that they showed, and some of them were just named after freaking how you say it, after the things like Raditz attack is called freaking, what's it called? Double Sunday. Freaking Nappa's is weekend break or weekend something. And I think I forgot what Vegeta's was. I think it was something about Friday. So I'm just giving Deku off what's called a Tuesday and Wednesday attack. So one is just basically a thunder, him what's called punching with electricity, and the other one being Wake Up Wednesday is a basic move where you kick with fire. So it's a thunder and fire move. Him using that, and basically that's it. Deku is using his normal form, but that all ends with freaking the 0-pointer coming in. Uraraka's still there, and Deku's like, "Oh wow!" Everybody running, and all of them see Deku doing what he has to do, and he's just running to them. running to the robot and saying, sheesh, I gotta do this. And he just goes and grabs the freaking, what's it called? Grabs the rubble off of Uraraka and basically says, alright, run, I'll take care of him. Uraraka says, but wait, he'll kill you. And Deku's like, I guess, but he's not going to kill me? And, oh, what if Naruto was there? I'm probably going to do that as well. So don't worry, you guys. But now, here's the thing. Deku says, and becomes Super Saiyan 4. I don't want to yell because my voice is hurting right now just by talking. But that's not the point. The point is, I'm going to still do this. And yeah, pretty much that's it. Now, Deku decides to get turn Super Saiyan 4, and he's like, jeez, alright. And he does something known as another version of the Kamehameha wave, but I didn't know what to call it, so I call it Burning Hope. No, not Burning Hope. Let's say Vegeta taught freaking Tom one of the moves, so he taught freaking Deku one of the moves. Let's say it's called well, no, let's just do the Gallic gun thing. Him going up and says, Gallic gun, and basically blast a hole. What's called, well, it's a small hole, but it's like, let's say 6 meters wide. So basically there's like a huge hole in the 0-pointer, and the head's already missing. So how you say it, it's going to fall on Deku, and Deku kind of gets excited because it's a challenge that's happening. Him jumping up and basically using a what's called a double Thunder Tuesday, or Tuesday Thunder, Thunderous Tuesday, and basically what's called flying through it. Yeah, pretty much breaking more of the body in the middle. So yeah, that pretty much happened. And Deku basically gets first place. He gets around 300 points due to mostly blasting multiple freaking robots. And yeah, pretty much Momo and Jiro saw this and was like, whoa. You kind of judged him a little too freaking soon. But it doesn't mean he's a pervert. And that doesn't mean that he's a freaking knucklehead. But they start to like see Deku as different. Now, Deku's accepted for the past for the next 2 weeks. And yeah, pretty much that's it. Bakugo still puts her feet up there, and Deku says, Bakugo, can you please put your feet down? And Bakugo says, why should I? And Deku is all like, because I can see your underwear. And hers is pretty much pink and white. And she's like a hardcore person, so it's like, it's kind of embarrassing for her even more. And what's called, Bakugo said, be quiet, you freaking pervert. And Momo and Jiro are looking at him like, oh jeez, he is a pervert. Ah, man, that kind of sucks. He was actually pretty, you know, he's a pretty much handsome dude. And yeah, he's not ugly. He looks just like this. Who doesn't want that? What kind of lady doesn't want that? Chi-Chi wanted that, and her name's Chi-Chi. No, I'm not going to do a joke for this one. Last of Us, you know, do the honors right here. But Deku still goes and pretty much does what he has to do. And let's say that the whole freaking test, I say it's the whole freaking, what's it called? I forgot what to say, but the test that they're supposed to all take, or the, I forgot what they called it, but the ball throwing thing and all that, Deku got mostly just first place. Besides the no, you know what? Super Saiyan 4 could probably throw it that far and get infinite. So yeah, he pretty much got it. So yeah, he pretty much wins everything, and basically mostly second place is Bakugo, third place Todoroki, and then Ida. Yeah, pretty much. Mineta doesn't go and does perverted stuff, and pretty much when they're in the locker room, Deku grabbed Mineta with one tail, and he says, "Hey, buddy, can you please not do that? That's not right. And plus, you're better than this, all right?" And Jiro's like, "Oh, wow, so he's probably not a pervert, but, you know, what Bakugo and what Momo said are kind of different. I'm kind of at a crossroads." But she does tell all the girls, like, "Oh, Deku just helped us," and Bakugo's like, "Yeah, but still, he did see my underwear, even though, you know, she put up her legs." It's like, you know, she didn't care. Not only that, Momo, how you say it, with her shirt almost ripping, yeah, it doesn't seem good for Deku right now. But he has talked to them normally, and they vote for Deku, how you say it, because, yeah, he's the strongest one out of everyone. And pretty much, he's also academically smart. Academically, he's not like an airhead. Well, he is an airhead, but he still is. Let's say he's like the dumb people in the anime that actually are very, like, OP. That's like that. But in this case, Deku is smart and strong, but a klutz. Now, this happens. Momo's as well. The freaking what's it called? Sheesh. I really forgot right now. Momo's like the second person, I think, vice captain or principal, or no, vice president. So yeah, now Deku and her talk a little bit. Momo and Jiro as well. Well, no, not Momo and Jiro. Jiro as well, and talks to them. Deku saying, "Well, at least you two are pretty much nice to me." And Momo and Jiro like, "Wait a minute, nice to him? We kind of treated him like crap." And Deku's like, "Yeah, but you still are kind. You guys don't, let's call it, ignore me." And they're like, "Oh, wow. Well, okay. If that's what you think, Deku, that's like, yeah." And he gives off this warm smile, and they're like, "Oh, well, he's pretty much not a bad dude." And what's called, he pretty much goes away. And now it's the freaking heroes versus villains exam. Now what happened here is, sheesh, D. Gooden. Okay, but anyway, Deku just goes around. Heroes versus villains is basically the same thing. Deku and freaking Uraraka versus Bakugo and Ida. Deku just goes around and sees Bakugo because she wants to attack him. Bakugo blasting him like being pushed back, saying, "Wow, you're pretty good at this, Bakugo." Bakugo's like, "You think so? But hey, shut up." And basically, she tries to explode him, or what's called, attack him even more. Deku's like, "Wow, this is actually getting pretty intense." But this is when he shows off Super Saiyan, or not that version, but Super Saiyan 4, which has but with the golden aura. Yeah, he basically just shows his golden aura, and he just walks through the blast, grabs Bakugo, and basically just does a little sucker punch, a very small one, because freaking Omega Punch would basically just, rip a hole through her her stomach. It's like if she gets pregnant, it's like it's already terminated the kid. Jeez. But anyway, that's what happens, and we pretty much have Deku versus freaking what's his face, Ida, and beats him due to the fact that Ida tries to kick him, and Deku's like, oh wow, this kind of hurts, but he grabs him and slams him into the floor with a bit of strength. Him being slammed into the floor by Super Saiyan 4. Yeah, pretty much he's not getting up anytime soon. Him hitting first place, and basically that's it. So I'm going to end it off here. Like, comment, and do subscribe to the channel. Anyway, this is Fallout. What if here? Bye.